Joining us at the National Western Stock Show is a very special guest. It's country music star, up-and-coming star. It's Joanna Smith. And Joanna, where are you from?
I'm originally from Arlington, Georgia.
Arlington, Georgia. And we just had you come out to the National Western Stock Show. Richard Maxey was the one that brought you over.
That's right.
You canceled your flight today?
I did. I couldn't stand it. I had to come out here and make my daddy really jealous.
You bet. Well, we're glad to have you at the 106th National Western Stock Show. As we can see right here, we're watching the National Hereford Female Show. And Joanna, tell us a little bit about yourself. When did you start singing?
I started singing when I was 3 years old, and I sang a country song on stage for the first time when I was 5. I moved to Nashville at 19, and I'm 26 now, and I have a record deal on Columbia, so the wheels turn slow, but I'm still at it.
Well, congratulations, and I understand last night you opened for who?
Craig Morgan.
Craig Morgan, that had to be a lot of fun.
It was. He's quite a trip.
Yeah, and he's got a big ag background just like you do.
I know it. We were talking a little bit, and he was saying that he's from Tennessee.
Sure.
Yeah, he was filling me in on his story.
Tell us a little bit more about you guys' operation there in Georgia. And you said it was Arlington, Georgia?
That's right. So my daddy has been a cattle farmer his whole life. I'm the 7th generation on our farm, and it's a commercial herd. We have a lot of Herefords, Angus, Charolais, and Gelt beef cows. But recently, my dad's best friend, Will Harris, has started the White Oak Pastures operation, which is the grass-fed beef. And so my dad has started taking a majority of his cows to White Oak Pastures to be slaughtered right down the road from our house, and they distribute the whole food. So it's a neat little thing that he's doing.
So besides the cattle, you guys also operate a farm too?
Yes, we're half row crop and half cattle, and the row crops that we do are peanuts and corn, and we've done forays into soybeans and canola and whatever else.
What's the ag economy down in your neck of the woods like right now, Joanna? I mean, has it been pretty good, or weather-wise and all that?
It hasn't been the best last few years. We've suffered a horrible, horrible drought. And that's not good for the crops, and it's definitely not good for the poor, thirsty cows. But we got a rain not too long ago, and so things are looking up.
Once again, we're visiting with Joanna Smith. She's a country and western music star, and she signed with Columbia. Let's talk a little bit more about your music.
Sure.
Tell folks, in case they haven't listened to some of your songs, what is it all about? I mean, does it come from your own history, or?
You know, it does, and I love to travel. That was one of the big things about, being in this career that really attracted me. Getting to do really fun stuff like this. But the songs that I write, I like to say that I'm a big fan of the stuff you can't make up. Not to mean that I don't embellish my songs.
Sure.
But I love the true stories and the real stories. And it's funny, I'm here in Denver. One of my first trips as a professional songwriter, my publisher brought me out to Denver, and I fell in love with the West. And I want to live out here one day. But we wrote a song called Wyoming, because we took a car and drove from Denver up to Du Bois, Wyoming, and it's still my favorite song in my entire catalog. So.
And you got a new single out as well? Tell us more about that one.
Yes, well, in March, I've got a brand new song coming out to radio, and I'm not really sure. We're still deciding what exactly the song's going to be, but keep your ears out at radio for that song by Joanna Smith. That's me. And other than that, I've had a couple other songs out there called Getting Married and another song called George Mudd.
Are you getting married?
I'm not.
Okay.
That's what the song says. The song says I'm definitely not, but all my girlfriends are.
So if folks want more information about you, Joanna Smith, how would they find that out?
Well, you can go to joannasmithofficial.com and also on Facebook at facebook.com/JoannaSmithOfficial.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here in Denver, Colorado at the National Western Stock Show.
Yes, sir.
We're celebrating our 106th year, and we wish you all the best. And where are you headed from here then once you get back on a flight that's not canceled?
Well, I'm headed back to Nashville for a couple weeks. And then I'm going up to Maryland to play a show called Girls with Guitars.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going back to I don't know if I can call it my alma mater because I didn't graduate, but I did go to Auburn. My daddy graduated from Auburn, and so did my mom. My dad in animal science. But I'm going back to Auburn to play a show. So that'll be fun.
Well, before I let you go, what's probably your favorite thing or something that's happened to you recently that sticks in your mind as in the industry you're in? I mean, something special that's happened recently?
Oh, yes, actually. I've been in the studio recording new music And I've been in the studio with Buddy Cannon, my producer, and we had someone come in and put background vocals on, hopefully, I think what's going to be the new single, and it was Dan Tomitsky, who's the great bluegrass guy. He was the voice of George Clooney in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And he's most famously probably a member of Alison Krauss and Union Station. Well, we're waiting for Dan to show up, and he's not showing up, and it's very unlike Dan because he's always on time and dependable. So I look over at my producer, and he's like, let's just call him. So we called him, and sure enough, his iPhone didn't set the alarm off for him to come and sing backgrounds. And so he was late, and he showed up, and right behind him he had Alison Krauss.
Oh, man.
And it was pretty cool. So she came into the studio, and she started singing along with my song, and it was one of those moments that I'll never forget.
Who's your favorite country and western singer that you look up to, that's your role model maybe?
You know, I've always loved the Judds and Patty Loveless. They were really influential on me, but I gotta say, in the spirit of the West and cowboys, I love George Strait.
Ah, good one. All right, once again, I want to say Joanna Smith. Give out your website one more time.
JoannaSmithOfficial.com.
Thanks again, as we're at the National Hereford Female Show. The 106 National Western Stocks are going on right now. High five, Joanna.
All right.
Nice job. Nice job. This is Brian Ulmer of the Barn signing off.